Pierre Campbell. He just spoke to my group here at Robert Frost Middle School. He was a hit. You got to get Pierre. He'll tell you about how you can bring out the leader in you. And also, he gave us tips on how to make our presentations pop. We're glad we had Pierre here. You should get him too. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Robert Frost, let's go. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Everybody stand up. Stand up. All right, you just watched the video. That was an instructional video that basically shows you how not to present. Did you get that? That's how not to present if you are present. I love you both. I don't have mine on today. Give everybody a high five next to you.
Just like yesterday, all over again.
I commend all of you for being Blue Ribbon Award recipients. I commend you. Let me tell you why I commend you. I commend you because Dr. Jones always says, we have some of the best. Okay, go ahead, let's go.
Students on the planet.
Let's say it again, one more time. We have
some of the best students on the planet.
Let's go, one more time.
We have some of the best students on the planet.
Okay, let me let the cat out the bag, everybody. If in fact you do have that, guess what? Say, we are some of the best educators on the planet. We are
some of the best educators on the planet.
I'm going to make you say it one more time, but I want you to really think about what you just said. Because what you said before, it must be in fact that you are some of the best educators on the planet. Okay? So think about it for just a second. How does that make you feel? You know what that means? All right, 1, 2, 3.
We are some of the best educators on the planet.
Hey, look, I used to play football, so look. I want y'all to really say it and really mean it, okay? Say it one more time, but look, I want you to say it and mean it like how you talk to your kids. You tell your kids, come on, you gotta do your schoolwork, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Come on. Say it like you believe it. 1, 2, 3.
We are some of the best educators on the planet.
John Maxwell says, anyone knows about John Maxwell? Good. John Maxwell is known for motivation and leadership. He's a motivational speaker. He says leadership, everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And leadership is getting people to move forward. Leadership is about saying, let's go, not go. Not just go all the time. So I commend him because I know he's done a great job. Obviously, he has to do a great job because y'all have done a great job. Okay? So that's important. So today we're going to talk about, it's going to be a conversation. And by the way, guess what? If y'all haven't started taking notes, guess what? It's already started. Presentation already started, right? You tell them, look, I failed a couple of times before too. And what if you tell them, hey, look, failure is only a prerequisite for success. That doesn't determine who you are. Think about that. What you do, I want you to really think about this. What you do every day is you're giving back what you did not know. Okay, so what I'm saying to you is, when you were a child and these kids that are in front of you, they're looking at you, and what you're doing when you're standing in front of them is you're giving them the things that you didn't know. So yeah, you may not be making the most money in the world. You might not be getting, and I know that's important. Is it important? It's important, right? Money is important. But I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that educators are people that don't just care about the money. They care about the student. They care about their lives that are impacted by the words that come out of their mouth. Am I correct on that? So let me say sorry right now for all the kids that don't get it. I was one. My Uncle Desmond, I talk about it all the time. My Uncle Desmond used to wait tables. And that's how I got into waiting tables, by the way. Because when I was in high school, he used to wait tables and come home with the money and the cash. And he'd be just counting the money and putting the money all up in his, well, the kids don't do it, but you remember when you put money in like clothes and stuff, hide it under bed, under the mattress and stuff? He would do that. And I'm like, Dennis, man, how do you make all this money? He said, man, look, Pierre, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And he would look at me and say, Pierre, to be the best, you got to beat the best. And it don't get no, it's improper English. And it don't get no better than this right here. Now, the first part of that, I got it immediately. But the second part, it didn't hit me until I went to college. To be the best, you have to beat the best. I got that. But it doesn't get any better than this right here. What does that mean? Anybody? Anybody in here? Sorry. Anyone in here can tell me what that means? When my uncle said that to me, I didn't get it. It doesn't get any better than this right here. What does that mean? Anybody?
You're the sense of self-worth.
Sense of self-worth. That was good.
Believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Anyone else?
You're the best you can be.
That's right. That's right. All right. I didn't get it in high school, middle school. But now I get it. The word present. So I wrote the book, Simple Intelligence. It's over there. How acronyms, the subtitle of the book is How Acronyms and Affirmations Can Truly Work to Your Advantage. I love presenting to educators because you love acronyms. The word present, P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Write that down. The letter P stands for prepared. Did someone say prepared? See, look, I have good ears. Here's another tip. That's not going to be off script. It's going to be off script, but when I see certain things that I'm doing, I'm going to share it with you as a presenter. So what I just did was I listened to my audience. And when I listened to my audience, what did I do? I engaged you, right? Very important. Really powerful motivational speaker. I love him. He always says that when he hears quotes, he always says, well, Dr. Jones said, chance favors the prepared mind. Okay? And then the next time he says it, he says, well, you know, a wise man once said, chance favors the prepared mind. Then the third time or the fourth time he says, you know, I was always known to say, chance favors the prepared mind. So that's why the P stands for prepared. The R stands for rehearse. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. They always say perfect practice makes perfect. It's not practice makes perfect. When anybody plays sport, say it again.
Practice makes progress.
Oh, that's good. See, I'm learning from y'all. That was good.
It's a poster.
And then the next time she says it, she said it's a poster. But then the next time she says it, she's gonna say,
I always say.
there you go. Exactly. So rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. When you rehearse, guess what happens? It becomes the fabric of you. It starts to be who you are. You all are educators. When you speak to your kids, it's a little bit different from speaking to your colleagues or speaking at a conference, because you're looking at people that do what you do and know what you do and know if you're telling them exactly what is supposed to be done, and they know when you're making a mistake and all these different things. Am I correct?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So the confidence comes from when you rehearse and you prepare. E stands for evaluate. Evaluate. Evaluate your stories. When you show the story, people remember. People remember how you make them feel. They remember how you make them feel. If you make them feel, and let me say this. Let me stick a point right there real quick. If you are nervous when you stand up in front of a crowd, guess who's going to be nervous? Empathetic people. Your audience is going to be nervous. Stands for show. E. The E stands for close, very close. She said energy. Engage. 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 Here's something you need to do when you present to a group, right? Come and speak to them. I spoke to you, right? Didn't I come over and speak to you? Yeah, I shook your hands. Speak to the audience before you get up and speak. The first time, when you get up and speak in front of an audience, should not be the first time that you actually spoke to them. That will take the nerves off of you. Y'all are a top-notch school of educators. And I believe as leaders, one of the responsibilities as leaders is always to share what you know. When you are excellent at what you do, your job is to share what you know to others around the country. N stands for natural. Natural. Be you. Let's say it again one more time. Be you. Look, people can tell whether you're being you or not. Where does the confidence come from? Knowing your stuff. Go ahead. Knowing your stuff. You heard me say that. It's good. And you probably thought of that during your own as well. Well, go ahead. Anyone else? Where does confidence come from?
For the P also, if you fail the class, you plan to fail.
And guess what? That was probably a poster too, but what? P.
Prepare.
R.
Rehearse.
E.
Evaluate.
S.
Show.
E.
Engage.
N.
Naturally.
T.
Together.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the tips that we're going to use when we present to our colleagues in the state of Maryland and throughout the nation.
So I just wanted to thank you for coming to Frost today. I really enjoyed listening to what you had to say, and I've had a lot of experience. I've been teaching for over 27 years, and it's just really exciting to hear someone come in and give you something fresh and something new. There was a lot of things actually I took away from this today. Specifically, I was thinking about actually my lesson as you were talking and how I presented today. I think the thing that I really got from what you said today was really speaking with love. When you do a good presentation, number one, if you love what you're speaking about, that enthusiasm is going to come out. And then for us as educators, I mean, I love my children, and that is something that I think is very important to convey every single day. And the way that I convey it is how I speak to them. And so it was really exciting to hear you talk about how to present, because I definitely got some great tips from that today. So thank you again.